it's Melanie. Happy Thursday. We're almost made it through the week. Today we are going to make a salmon salad, and this is another recipe that is from our Taste Bud subscription. It's actually one of the first ones, and we are using our all-purpose dill mix, which is a crowd favorite. It makes an awesome dip, as well as we're going to make a dill ranch. The dill is going to be in every part of this dish. So to start off, we are going to do a dry brine on our salmon. It takes about 10 minutes and it's totally worth it. It's going to have the flavor and the salt go all the way through. It's going to keep your salmon really juicy, even if you accidentally or purposely overcook it like I usually like to do. So we are going to start with 2 tablespoons of salt. Oh, that's my sugar. 2 tablespoons of salt and 1 teaspoon of sugar. Mix it up here in a little bowl. And give it a little stir. We are just going to rub this over the top. Cake it on there thick and rub it in. And I just got a package of salmon that was about what I needed instead of the fillets, and it turned out to be 2 big fillets. If you wanted to cut these down, you could. I'm just going to go ahead and cook them like this, so it might take a little bit longer. And you see, I still have the skin on mine. I'm still going to put the rub on there. Down on the sides. All right, I'm just going to set this to the side and wash my hands. All right, next up we are going to make our own pickled red onions. You guys, I'm going to double the amount that I make because these are so good. I love these. So you're getting all the benefits. It's going to taste like pickling, but you're not going to have to deal with the process of canning. And these are going to last up to a week in your fridge. So again, if you make extra or you don't need a whole lot, you're going to be able to save them and use them on other things. So we are going to start. I have a 1/2 cup of vinegar and a 1/2 cup of water here in this bowl. I measured it out, so you didn't have to watch me fill something up. Okay, we are going to add our sugar and dill mix and salt. So we have a 1/4 cup of sugar. Grab my measuring cup here. Clumpy sugar in here. All right, 1/4 cup of sugar and a 1/2 teaspoon of dill mix and a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And we are going to put this in the microwave for 2 minutes. We'll check on it and give it a stir, and we want to make sure all the sugar's dissolved. While we're doing that, we're going to go ahead and cut up our red onion. And the recipe calls for a 1/2 red onion. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and do the whole thing. There is a lot of juice, so as long as your onion is submerged in the juice, it's going to be enough. So I did not double the amount of liquid that I'm using. I just doubled the amount of onion, and I'll just put it in as long as it's covered up. Let's see if I have any extra. I'm just going to slice it really thin. You can certainly use a simple slicer if you would like. Just cut them into half moons. this. And while we're waiting, we can go ahead and get started on our dressing. We are going to make a buttermilk ranch dressing. Excited, this is really yummy if you're a ranch lover. It's just got that extra dill flavor in it from our dill mix. So we are going to make it here in our measure, mix, and pour. Sorry, brain moment. Where I like this because it's got the measuring numbers on the sides, and it's got some different dressings that you can make. So we are going to start out with a half a cup of low-fat buttermilk. And my onions are dinging at me, so pull that out and make sure my sugar's dissolved. And it is. So I'm just going to drop our onions in there, making sure that they are all covered. The liquid. Ooh, when that hit the thing, it really got in my eyes there. All right, I'm gonna set those to the side, and after I'm done with everything else, after they cool a little bit, I'm gonna put the lid on and pop them in the fridge until we are ready to eat. All right, so I've got my half cup of buttermilk here, and I've got 3 tablespoons of mayonnaise here in my measure-all. And I did this last time too. This is kind of maybe, oh, there we go. Slid right off. All right, and then 1 teaspoon of our dill mix. Getting down to the bottom of the package, it's getting kind of hard to get out. All right, and then last but not least, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And this is another, you're gonna love this dressing if you love ranch and dill. So you might want to even double this if you think you'll use this. Just hold on to the lid. I like to hold it right up here to make sure that doesn't pop open when I'm shaking, because that's the kind of thing that I would do. There you go. Easy enough. We're just going to pop that into the fridge while we wait, and it'll just pour out right off the top. All right. I don't remember how long we've had this on here. Been recording.
8 minutes?
Okay, about 8 minutes, says my cameraman, so we're going to go ahead and go along with this. I'm going to go ahead and dunk this salmon to rinse off any of the excess salt and sugar mixture, and then I'm going to pat it dry with a paper towel. I just have a big bowl. I'm going to switch the sides here though, so that I'm not dragging it back over. Just give it a little shake while it's in there. Pull it out and give it a pat. Most of it comes right off. And next one. There we Wash my hands again. All right. I'm just going to come over here and drizzle the tops of these with a little bit of olive oil. That's kind of more than I wanted. That's all right. And brush it around. And then I'm going to top these with a little more all-purpose dill mix. And I'm getting to the end, so I am just going to kind of dump a little bit out on each one, and then I'll spread them around, spread it around. I'll get every last little bit because it's so good. All right, I am just going to bake these at 375 for about 15 minutes. These ones might take a little bit longer since they're two big pieces instead of 4. I'm gonna pop them in my air fryer on roast for that, but you could certainly do them in the oven too. So I'll come back and we'll put this salad all together. Back, and our salmon is done cooking. I cooked it well done because that's how I like it. I've got one head of romaine lettuce cut up there. I'm just chopping up the other one nice and thin. Remember to curl those fingers back so you don't lose any fingertips. And I just like to go down times. Make sure you don't get any pieces that are too long. Toss that all in there. Next up, we're going to cut our cucumber, and just to make it pretty, I am just going to take some stripes of the skin off. It's not necessary. You can eat this nice soft skin, but I'm going to do that. Cut off the ends, and then check this out. I'm going to use my quick slice to do the rest of the work. Set it right in there, this way. Right, there we go. And toss them in the bowl. These for the salad, but I'm going to go ahead and do all the rest of them because my little one likes them. She'll eat them up. A little bit long. Go through. There we go. And then I'm just going to have a few cherry tomatoes. Them into this beautiful salad bowl, and to make up a plate you just get yourself a big scoop of the salad, lots of tomatoes for mine, I love tomatoes. Alright, and we're going to come over here, and if you did get a salmon with the skin on, I just kind of push in and then slide it off, and it will slide right off the skin. Set that right on there. All right, and then we're gonna add some of our pickled onions that are just completely beautiful. and also delicious. They're just like, they taste so sweet. It takes all the, like, you know, make you cry onion part out of it. And then we are going to drizzle with a little bit, oh, I didn't open it, of our dressing. And there we go. We're gonna serve these with, just reheat some of our rolls from yesterday. Thanks for watching.